I think that it's a good thing that, oh gosh. So women's bodies for so long have been very much like, you need to be a Barbie. This is how you're attractive. This is how society finds you attractive. You need to have very nice boobs and a nice ass and a very tiny waist. And every woman, no matter who you are, somewhere on the inside, you feel that.
I like it. Ashley Graham is hot. She's got a great body. She's really, really good looking.
It's basically opening up the minds of people and showing them what is really beautiful, and it's not just what we've been told, which is the generic, really skinny, really fit, mostly photoshopped skinny models who like sometimes don't even look good in real person, but they photograph really well.
I think it's a first step. I think it's a good thing. I always have a little bit of a qualm with like sort of a male entity highly sexualizing women. So I don't know entirely. I think there is a little bit of a dichotomy to that. Yeah.
It's hard because I would have to look in the eyes of someone else, I feel like, as like a majority of other people, because when I see this, I just think, wow, she's like a gorgeous woman. Like, the way I see women, it's all shapes and sizes, like no one's perfect. Even this photo is edited, like no one's perfect. You can have a size 2 model on here, as they do before, and it's still edited. Everything's edited. You know, she probably has stretch marks. Even the size 2 probably has stretch marks. I think stretch marks are beautiful.
So how do you think this changes people's perception of beauty?
I think that it will encourage women, girls, all females to kind of learn to love themselves and take a look and see that what was normally seen as not beautiful is beautiful. And you know, she could easily, you know, decide to be like, I want to be super skinny and go run on the treadmill and starve herself and whatever and whatnot, but she's embracing her natural curves and her body and being like, I'm beautiful, regardless of what the media and everything else has told her.
That it's not a stick figure that has to be a size 0 to be beautiful. I'm really liking how we're moving into a more curvier woman's body being acceptable as beauty, because it's beautiful.
So I think that it can change people's perception if people are inundated enough with it, which is what brought me to that Facebook comment. Because I think if it's just done once, then it was kind of like Sports Illustrated saying, well, we did our job. It was a charity in a way, you know, for heavier women. It's not really what we're going to continue to do. I think if they continue to do that, then maybe it would be a really good thing for different body types.
For other people, I think it's huge. I think it changes and gives a lot of other women a lot of confidence because what people see in the media, in the magazines, they're like, oh, I wish I could be like this girl. Like, I even have issues sometimes on Instagram. Like, you see these photos that are edited, that take time for makeup and tanning and whatever. And young girls who are still like 13 or like a sponge are seeing all these beautiful, very thin women on magazines, and they're getting the wrong impression. Like, everyone has to look like that. So having this beautiful, voluptuous woman doesn't make her any better or less than someone with a little bit less.
There has been some criticism online saying that her body is not healthy. Do you think she's healthy?
Yes, why? Like, why would they say that? She's healthy, she looks great. She's got meat on her bones, she's got curves. Like, yeah, she's healthy.
I think the only person that knows if she's healthy is her. You know, it's funny because you can walk around and you can be skinny and people are like, well, you're not healthy. You can be fat, you're not healthy. But if that's your body type, that's your fucking body type.
No, I think we should put every woman of every shape, color, size on everything, because that is beautiful no matter what you look like.
I mean, that is an interesting topic for me because I do believe that when you're fit and healthy, you know, there's a certain kind of natural body weight and form that it would take. You know, I don't know if she has any like issues like thyroid stuff and weird stuff. I don't know if she's eating healthy and all those things. I don't think she looks like obese or anything like that. She's, you know, she's a little thick, she's a little voluptuous, and I mean from this photo it doesn't look anything like unhealthy per se, but you know, everyone's body's different. Some people are bigger boned.
I'm not a doctor, but I think that I think she seems healthy, and I mean, I do think that there probably is to a certain point you can be unhealthy with weight.
Who are these critics? I want to see them. I want pictures of these critics because, you know, who's to judge? Like, I bet you these critics are unhealthy themselves, to be honest. They're not just like some amazing healthy. I think everyone's body's different. You gotta figure out what's good for you. That weight, that voluptuous wouldn't look good on me because I know my body type and it's petite and small. And if I've gained weight and it just, I don't fit it right, it doesn't look good on me. Her, she kills it. The big boobas, she has big, nice, full lips, she has hips, but I don't see her as unhealthy. The only person I can really say is the doctor and her. You know, you could be any shape or size and be very unhealthy or be healthy. You can be overweight and be healthy.
Do you think that one day all plus size models will just be seen as regular models?
I hope so, because a lot of these girls plus size in real life aren't even that big. Like, they're not big, they're just curvier women. So yeah, I hope so. I mean, I don't like labels personally, so I think that's also too, like, why do you just be a model? Like, they don't have to put a label on you.
No, I don't think it'll ever go away. I don't think, we're a society that loves to label. I mean, people can't even handle their relationships without throwing some sort of something on there. So when they say plus size, it is just another category. When you're modeling, there's lifestyle modeling, there is athletic modeling, there's plus size modeling, there's so many different categories and labels, and we need those to know exactly what we're selling because modeling is advertising.
I don't think so, to be honest, because again, everyone has different body shapes and sizes, and you know, she may be more voluptuous and that may be, you know, her body type, and she's beautiful and she's a model, but there is a thing with certain like fashion where there is a sample size, there is a certain kind of fit for that. So it just depends on what your interpretation of what model means. If you're doing shoots, if you're modeling for, you know, these brands and stuff like that, like, yeah, you're a model. You have to go, I am a plus size model. You know, that's not really necessary, but I think there is a certain standard and a certain thing that's out there that is shifting and changing, but I don't think that that's just going to become the standard because everyone has different body shapes. Some are going to be thinner, some are going to be bigger.
Or do you think they'll always be labeled as a plus size model?
I would rather them not be labeled a plus size or a, you know, whatever size. I think they should be labeled just models. As to whether I think that will happen, I'm not sure. I think if we continue to see it being promoted, then maybe it'll sort of normalize itself that way. So yeah, hopefully.
I think there's so many different categories. Fishing model, hand model, foot model, plus size model, like runway model. What about like average girl model? They don't really have that one yet, right? I speak for myself. So they see, it's funny because this doesn't give me hope because they say a girl my height can't do runway, but I couldn't do plus modeling either, so I have to do like print or commercials, which is fine with me, but you know, I don't think it should be one way or another, and who gives a shit anymore? Like, who cares? Let people be who they are. If the majority of men think this woman is beautiful, that's their taste. If they think that other women have a variety. So all the men and women will be buying your magazines because you have a very nice variety of different women.